Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with another summon of Building the Team. So it's been a minute since we had one of these. Been a minute since I played, in all honesty. But this build was, well, we came up with it shortly after the HeroClix headquarters opened, and the intent was to run it last week, but that kind of fell through. So we'll do it this coming week. The build is inspired by the fact that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania released this past weekend. So, 500-point build. Teams must have at least 2 figures with the tiny, giant, or colossal damage symbol. So, now an easy way to do it would be, build an Avengers team and have Ant-Man and the Wasp on it, or Giant Man, or, take your pick, basically. I decided not to go the easy route. So we got ourselves an Excalibur team and an X-Men team. We'll start off by looking at the Excalibur team, which starts off with one of our non-standard size figures, Phoenix. This is the Rachel Summers Phoenix from X-Men the Animated Series, The Dark Phoenix Saga. We're running her on her Retaliator starting click. So she comes in at 25 points, has the X-Men and Cosmic Energy, or Power Cosmic back then, team abilities, as well as the Excalibur, Phoenix Force, Starjammers, X-Men, and Cosmic keywords. Got a few traits. Well, 2 actually. Cosmic Entity. Phoenix can't be the target of an attack with more than 1 target. Okay. The Eternal Flame of Destruction and Rebirth, which grants her initial deflection and poison. When Phoenix uses poison and an opposing character takes damage from it, after resolutions, choose one. Heal 1 click for each opposing character that took damage from this way, or heal each adjacent friendly character 1 click. Since you can't heal above her starting line, it'll have to be the latter. Then we have defensive. Looking at her dial, we've got just 1 click, so phasing on speed, telekinesis on attack. On defense, we got a special power, Colossal Indifference, basically stating that Phoenix can't attack smaller characters except via Colossal Retaliation. And her damage special power is Colossal Retaliation. Psionic Maelstrom. If no friendly characters have been placed this turn, this is a free action. Choose an opposing character that attacked Phoenix or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Phoenix within 3 squares of the chosen character, and then make a ranged attack targeting that character. Targeting that character and all other opposing characters within 3 squares, regardless of line of fire. Instead of normal damage, so each hit character 1 penetrating damage for each action token they have. Hit targets they can use Incapacitate, Mind Control, Outwit, or Penetrate Psychic Blast. Modify their combat values by -1 until your next turn. Okay, alright. Probably get a retaliation or 2 off of her eventually. That telekinesis will probably also come in handy, at least early on. Now, looking at our smaller figures, we've got Callisto, leader of the Morlocks, for a time. Callisto comes in at 35 points and has the Underworld team ability, which gives her passenger 1, but only to carry friendly characters that share a keyword with her, or passenger 2, but only to carry, but only to carry characters that share a keyword with her and are of lower points. Okay. She also has the trait White Knight of the Hellfire Club, which grants her Empower. Looking at her dial, we've got 3 clicks of Stealth, followed by 2 clicks of Flurry, a full dial of Blaze Claw's Fangs, 3 clicks of Toughness, followed by 2 clicks of Combat Reflexes, 3 clicks of Leadership, followed by 2 clicks of Exploit Weakness. Okay, alright. Honestly, it's the trait of Empower and Leadership that's really going to come in handy. Next up, we've got Dazzler. Dazzler also comes in at 35 points, has the X-Men and Shield team abilities, as well as improved movement, or improved targeting, hindering terrain, and the Excalibur, X-Men, or Excalibur Exiles, Mojoverse, Shield, X-Factor, X-Men, and Celebrity keywords. We also have a trait, Dazzler, Special Mutant Liaison. During Force Construction, choose up to 2 friendly characters that share a keyword with Dazzler, and choose either Shield or X-Men. The chosen characters can use the chosen team abilities this game. Most likely, it's going to be we'll be giving Callisto X-Men and probably either Captain Avalon or Cypher. Most likely the X-Men team ability. Though it could go either way. Given the X-Men team ability that they're both wild cards, they can copy Shield. Looking at Dazzler's dial, we've got 2 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 2 clicks of Sidestep. Full dial of the special power Blinding Flash. When Dazzler hits with a range attack, choose one to last until your next turn. Hit target can't use improved targeting abilities. Hit targets modify range by -2. Or maybe that's... no, -3. Then we've got a full dial of Inertial Deflection and 2 clicks at the top of the dial of Enhancement. Yeah, it's always useful. Well, okay, maybe not always, but generally useful. Now for our other non-standard size figure, we've got Lockheed. That's right, Lockheed not only got a figure in Ten of Swords, but also his own sculpt and dial. So Lockheed comes in at 45 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Marauders, Shield, X-Men, Animal, and Mystical keywords. Looking at the dial, we've got a full run of Running Shot, full dial of Energy Explosion, and a full dial of Special Defense Power. Fiercely Protective of My Friends, which grants Defend, Free, make an attack targeting an opposing character that that missed the friendly character since your last turn. Okay, alright. Next up, we've got Cypher. This is the storyline OP kit Cypher. Comes in at 45 points, has the Team Player Wildcard team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Hellions, New Mutants, Quiet Council, X-Factor, X-Force, X-Men, and Robot keywords. He has the 5-point concentrate Sword Bearer, but we're not going to be using that. As well as another trait, creating a Krakoan language just for mutants. Friendly characters with the X-Men keyword within range can use the team ability chosen by Cypher for the team, his wildcard team ability. Looking at the dial, we've got a full run of charge, full run of combat reflexes, 3 clicks on damage as a special power. Master Decoder, which grants him Outwit and Perplex, followed by 2 clicks at the end of regular Perplex. He's largely just there for support powers, honestly. Next, we've got Longshot. Longshot comes in at 50 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Exiles Mojoverse, X-Force, or X-Factor, not X-Force, X-Factor, X-Men, and Celebrity keywords. We also have a Rally ability, keying off of opposing attack rolls include a 5. You may remove, when Longshot misses an attack, you may remove it. You may replace a die in the attack roll with his Rally die. Longshot's rolls of 5 and 5 are critical hits. Looking at his dial, we've got 3 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 2 clicks of Sidestep. 3 clicks on attack, we've got 3 clicks of Incapacity, followed by 2 clicks of Blaze Claw's Fangs. Defense, 3 clicks of Initial Deflection, followed by 2 clicks of Super Senses. Finally, on damage, we have a full dial of the special power, Born Lucky, I guess. This grants Longshot probability control. When he's a target of an attack, he may use it regardless of range and line of fire. The power is protected from Outwit as well as Pulse Wave. So he can actually use Prob against a Pulse Wave. Pulse Wave generally cancels out all other game effects. So, yeah. Next up, we've got Captain Avalon. Now, this is the OP kit figure from month 1 of the storyline OP event. Captain Avalon here comes in at 70 points, has the wildcard team player wildcard team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Mystical, Ruler, Scientist, and Warrior keywords. We've got the Cost and Sword Bearer trait, which we actually will be utilizing, giving the Sword of Might, which we'll go into here in a second. As well as we have another non-costed trait. I no longer have the temperament to be Captain Britain. This grants him leadership. When Captain Avalon takes damage from an attack, roll a d6, and Captain Avalon can use the listed results until your next turn. Looks like 1 through 3 is Battle Fury, 4 through 6 is Willpower. Okay. Looking at the dial, we've got 4 clicks of Charge followed by 4 clicks of Flurry. Starting on click 2, we have a special power. I draw the Sword of Might in Defense of Avalon, which grants him Steel Energy. When Captain Avalon uses it, if he occupies a square closer to his starting area than your opponent's, you heal 2 clicks on him instead. Okay. Then on defense, we got 4 clicks of invulnerability, followed by 4 clicks of toughness. Damage, we get 4 clicks of exploit weakness, followed by 4 clicks of close combat expert. Okay. I mentioned we are utilizing his Sword Bearer trait, and we'll be giving him the Sword of Might, which has frequently been popping up since the Slop event. So, grants Blaze Claw's Fangs, and when the character uses it, the minimum result is equal to the character's printed damage plus 1 rather than minus 1. Okay. Next up, we've got Jubilee. And guys, I love this sculptor. I really do. I like the dial, too. Jubilee here comes in at 75 points. She has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Generation X, X-Men, and Mystical keywords. Got a Rally ability, again, keying off of opposing attack rolls equal to 5. As a free action, you may remove one of her Rally dice. If you do, she can use probability control until your next turn. Okay, that could be useful. Looking at her dial, we've got 5 clicks of running shot followed by 2 clicks of sidestep. Then on the first 2 and last 2 clicks of her dial, we've got the special attack power Disorienting Blast, which grants Incapacitate. When she uses it to give action tokens, after resolutions, hit characters can't use team abilities until your next turn. Then between those 2 blocks, we've got 3 clicks of Energy Explosion. Then on defense, we open up with 3 clicks of Defend, and then wrap up on the last 2 clicks with 2 clicks of Combat Reflexes. Damage-wise, we open up with 2 clicks of Leadership, followed by 3 clicks of Enhancement. Okay, alright. This is not exactly a powerhouse range team, so Enhancement's not going to be much good, but you know, likely by the point she gets to their Phoenix will likely be KO'd, so more than likely just helping out Dazzler. Finally, we've got Captain Britain Rogue. Captain Britain Rogue comes in at 100 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Excalibur, X-Men, and Mystical keywords. She also has a trait Excalibur, Mystical Protector, or Protectors, which grants her Mystics, but only against range attacks. And she has Safeguard Mystics. That's incredibly useful. Looking at her dial, we open up with 4 clicks of the special speed power, Offered the Amulet of Right. This grants her Charge and Flurry. When she hits, until your next turn, she has friendly characters within range that she shares a keyword with have Safeguard Outwit. Okay. That then gives way to 2 clicks of regular charge, and on the last click we're back to special power. On attack we get 4 clicks of Quake, followed by 3 clicks of special power Surviving in Other World, which grants Precision Strike and Steal Energy. On defense we open up 3 clicks of Invincible, followed by 4 clicks of Impervious. And then on damage we open up with a click of For the Core, which grants Perplex and Enhancement. But that gives way to 2 clicks of Perplex. Then we get another click of the special power, 2 more clicks of Perplex, and 1 final click of the special power. And Captain Britain Rogue will be equipped with an old favorite, equipment-wise, the Power Gem, which will grant her Close Combat Expert, as well as Range Combat Expert, and Damage +1. That'll increase her stats rather nicely. 6 damage on a 13 attack. Oof. And with that Perplex, you can give her a 14 attack. So, yeah. Moving on to our X-Men team. Well, starting off, we've got Cypher. This is the regular booster Cypher from Ten of Swords. But he comes in at 25 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Hellions, New Mutants, Quiet Council, X-Factor, X-Force, and X-Men keywords. We have the Swordbearer trait, which we won't be using with Cypher. And looking at the dial, we've got a full 4 clicks of Toughness, and then a full 4 clicks of Special Power Omnilingual Translation, which grants Empower and Enhancement. Yes, those will definitely come in handy with this team. Next, we've got Cyclops. Cyclops here comes in at 45 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Utopia and X-Men keywords. We also have a Rally trait, keying off of opposing attack rolls, including a 5. When a friendly character uses the X-Men team ability, before rolling the d6, you may instead remove Cyclops' Rally die to use that as a result. That's going to be incredibly useful on this team. Seeing that practically... practically everybody has the X-Men team ability. The only person who doesn't has the wildcard team ability, so yeah. Looking at the dial, we've got 3 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 2 clicks of Sidestep, 3 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, followed by 2 clicks of Energy Explosion, a full 5 clicks of Initial Deflection, And then on damage, we open up the special power, like we practiced X-Men, which grants enhancement and leadership, followed by 2 clicks of enhancement. Okay. Next up, we've got Lockheed, and I mean, this is the same Lockheed we just looked at earlier. So, really just be focusing more on the sculpt. Coming in at 45 points. Yeah. 45 points, X-Men team ability. Excalibur, Marauders, Sword, X-Men, Animal, Mystical. 4 clicks of Running Shot, 4 clicks of Energy Explosion, 4 clicks of Special Power. Fiercely Protective of My Friends, which granting Defend. Make an attack targeting opposing character that missed a friendly character since your last turn. And that the top and bottom dial 18s will probably be quite useful for with Defend, for Lockheed's Defend. Next, we've got Warpath, coming in at 50 points. Warpath has the X-Men team ability as well as the Hellions, New Mutants, Weapon X, X-Force, X-Men, and Warrior keywords. We also have a Rally ability, which it grants Stealth. You can remove Warpath's Rally die to make a range attack with a 5 range using improved targeting, ignores it hindering. Okay. Then looking at his dial, we've got 3 clicks of Charge followed by 2 clicks of Flurry, full dial of Blades Claws Fangs, full dial of Toughness, 3 clicks of Exploit Weakness, and 2 clicks of Outwit. Okay. Next, we've got Sync, who is kind of the centerpiece of this team. Comes in at 70 points. It's got the X-Men team ability as well as the Generation X Sword X-Men team keywords. We got 2 traits. First off, Always Adapting. This grants Sync Phasing Teleport. Once per turn, when another friendly character with it, or choose a friend. Once per turn, when another friendly character within range heals after resolutions, heal Sync 1 click. Next trait, Always Evolving. Free. Choose a friendly character. Choose a friendly character within range and line of fire, and 2 displays standard powers that character can use. This turn, Sync can use the chosen powers. Now there's definitely some options. Looking at his dial, we've got 3 clicks of Precision Strike on attack, followed by 4 clicks of Pulse Wave, and a full dial of Willpower. Now to go along with that Willpower, we're also going to be giving Sync Super Silver Serum. This will add 1 to Sync's Willpower rolls, meaning he'll succeed on a 4 through 6 rather than a 5 or a 6. Next up, we've got Duke Pool, who, like Lockheed, has the tiny damage symbol. Duke Pool comes in at 75 points, has the Team Player Wildcard team ability as well as the Cosmic Energy team ability. He also has the Brotherhood of Mutants, Deadpool Core, Warp World, Weapon X, X-Force, X-Men, Ecstatics, and Celebrity keywords. Looking at the dial, we open with special speed power. Hey, you can't leave yet. The fun just started. This grants Duke Pool Running Shot. Opposing characters in range can't be placed. That then gives way to 3 clicks of Running Shot. On attack, we open up with a click of Initial Deflection, or not Initial Deflection, Penetrating Psychic Blast, which then gives way to the special power. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing, I think. Which also has Penetrating Psychic Blast, but you can also be given a power action to unequip all opposing characters within range. And with a range of 6, that's something. Then we back to 2 more clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast. On defense, we open up with 2 clicks of Impervious, which gives way to a stop click. Haha, stop! That tickles! It's a stop click, which grants Impervious. Opposing characters within range can't deal penetrating damage. Okay. Then on damage, we get 3 clicks of probability control, followed by the special power. 2 stop clicks and in a row. Real original. It's a stop click. Grants probability control. When this click is first revealed, Dudepool can't be healed for the rest of the game. Opposing characters within range can't use stop clicks. Okay. That can be very useful. Moving on to our next figure, we've got Cable. This is the Ten of Swords storyline version. Comes in at 75 points. He has the X-Men team ability as well as the Sword, X-Men, Soldier, or Future, Soldier, and Warrior keywords. He also has the Sword Bearer trait, which we will be paying the 5 points for and giving him Skybreaker, which we'll look at here in a second. After we look at Cable's Dial. Speaking of Cable's Dial, we open up with 2 clicks of Running Shot, then we get 4 clicks of Charge, 2 more clicks for Running Shot. On attack, we open up with Special Power. It's from the future, which grants some Penetrating Psychic Blast and improved targeting, ignores and destroys blocking. That then gives way to 4 clicks of Precision Strike, and then back to It's from the Future. On defense, we open up with 2 clicks of Energy Shield Deflection, followed by 4 clicks of Toughness, and then 2 more clicks of Energy Shield Deflection. As for Skybreaker, grants Blade's Claw's Fangs, because, sword. Once per turn, when this character uses Blade's Claw's Fangs, after resolutions, they may make a range attack using improved targeting and adjacency, but only to target a hit character. Okay. And finally, wrapping up the team, we've got Rogue. Also from the Ten of Swords storyline set. So Rogue comes in at 100 points, has the X-Men and Brotherhood team abilities, as well as the Brotherhood mutants, Excalibur, X-Men keywords, and improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking. We also have a trait, Power Absorption. Rogue can use the standard attack powers of adjacent characters, friendly and opposing. Rogue may replace her range value with the range value of an adjacent character, friendly or opposing. Then we've got a full dial of Charge, a full dial of Vulnerability, and a full dial of Close Combat Expert. Yeah, she's she's kind of a beast. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.